You check your bag and you hope it arrives. But in 2025, hope isn't enough. Every single day, luggage is stolen, misplaced, or even tampered with. Sometimes it disappears between the check-in counter and the carousel. Other times it looks untouched, until you realize something inside is missing. For travelers, it's one of the most stressful parts of flying. But here's the good news. You don't have to leave it to chance. With just a few smart choices before you fly, you can dramatically lower your risk and protect what's yours. Over the next few minutes, I'll share the most effective, practical tips that seasoned travelers use to keep their luggage safe. And make sure you stay with me until tip number 1. It's the cheapest protection of all, yet almost 99% of travelers still ignore it. If you find travel tips like this helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way, you'll never miss advice that could literally save your trip. Now, let's get started. Tip 15. Pick a hard-shell suitcase. Your first line of defense is the suitcase itself, and here's the truth. Soft fabric bags are a thief's dream. With nothing more than a pen or a small blade, they can slash it open in seconds, take what they want, and close it back up without leaving a trace. You may not even realize what's missing until much later. Instead, think of your suitcase as a portable safe. A strong, hard-shell case made from polycarbonate, aluminum, or other durable materials creates a physical barrier that's much harder to breach. Even when baggage handlers toss your bag around, and they will, your belongings inside have a better chance of surviving the abuse. Some high-end hard cases even ditch zippers entirely in favor of latches or locks built into the frame. That's next-level protection. If you're investing in luggage this year, skip the fabric and go for strength. Tip 14. Fewer zippers, fewer problems. Now, let's talk about design. Every zipper is an entry point. Every pocket is an invitation. Bags loaded with outer compartments might look convenient, but they're also a buffet for thieves. A quick tug on a zipper pull and someone can grab whatever you stashed in there before you even turn your head. That's why the smartest travelers keep it simple. 1 or 2 strong central zippers are more than enough. Everything else can stay organized with packing cubes or dividers inside. Not only does this keep your belongings safer, but it also makes your bag look less tempting. Criminals look for opportunity, and when your bag doesn't scream easy access, they're far more likely to move on to someone else. Tip 13. Anti-puncture zippers. But even the main zipper itself can be vulnerable. There's a trick out there, sometimes called the pen trick, where a thief uses the tip of a ballpoint pen to split open a zipper's teeth. Once the bag is open, they can take what they want, zip it back up, and walk away. To the untrained eye, your bag looks untouched, but your valuables are gone. Tip 12. Don't rely on TSA locks alone. Now let's talk locks. Most suitcases today come with TSA-approved locks, and while they're convenient for airport security, they're far from foolproof. Made from thin metal or even plastic, many of these locks can be picked, pried, or broken with basic tools. And worse, TSA master keys are floating around the internet, meaning anyone can buy a cheap replica and open your bag. So what should you do? Upgrade. Look for locks made of hardened steel with anti-pick features. Cable locks are especially effective because you can loop them through multiple zipper pulls and secure them to your bag's frame. This makes it much harder for someone to open your luggage without drawing attention. Remember, thieves want fast, easy wins. If your bag looks like it will take time and effort to crack, they'll likely move on to a softer target. Tip 11. Add security seals or zip ties. Even with a strong lock, you can add one more layer of protection that's both cheap and effective. Security seals or even simple zip ties. These small, disposable barriers don't necessarily stop a determined thief, but they do one important thing: they make tampering obvious. To get inside, the seal has to be broken, and that alone is often enough to scare someone off. Brightly colored seals or numbered tags make your bag stand out as watched. And if you do find a broken seal when you arrive, you'll know immediately that something's wrong, giving you the chance to report it on the spot instead of hours later. A handful of zip ties costs just a few dollars, but the peace of mind they provide is priceless. Tip 10. Make your bag look boring. When you're choosing luggage, it's tempting to go for something sleek, stylish, or high-end. But here's the problem: thieves notice. The smarter approach? Blend in. Choose a bag in dark, muted colors like black, gray, or navy. Add some duct tape, stickers, or old travel tags to make it look lived in. In other words, make your bag look ordinary, even boring. The goal is to disappear into the crowd. Tip 9. Wrap your bag in plastic. One of the simplest ways to protect your luggage is also one of the most overlooked: Plastic wrapping. You've seen those stations at airports, machines spinning a clear film tightly around a suitcase. It may look unnecessary, but here's the truth. Wrapping adds layers of hassle for anyone who tries to tamper with your bag. A thief has to cut through layer after layer, making noise, drawing attention, and wasting time. 3 things they don't want. As a bonus, the wrap shields your bag from rain, dust, and scratches, keeping it looking new. For just a few dollars, you're adding another barrier between your belongings and the wrong hands. Tip 8. Take photos before you travel. Now let's talk about insurance against the unexpected. Before you even hand over your bag, take out your phone and snap a few pictures, inside and out. Photograph the outside of your suitcase, the contents neatly packed inside, and any high-value items you're checking. Why? Because if your bag is lost or items go missing, these photos become proof. They speed up claims with airlines and insurance companies and help staff verify your description. Without them, you're left trying to remember details under stress. With them, you're armed with evidence. Think of it as a digital record that could save you days, even weeks of frustration later. Tip 7. Keep valuables in carry-on. This next one is critical. Never ever check your most valuable items. Passports, cash, credit cards, jewelry, laptops, hard drives. These should never leave your side. Your carry-on is your emergency kit. If your checked bag disappears for a day or even a week, you can survive without extra clothes. But if your passport or laptop goes missing, your entire trip could collapse. Airlines themselves warn against putting valuables in checked luggage, yet countless travelers still do it. Don't take that risk. If it's essential to your trip or impossible to replace, it belongs in your carry-on within arm's reach at all times. Tip 6. Use GPS trackers. Technology has changed the game. Tiny GPS trackers like Apple AirTags, Tile, or Samsung Smart Tags can be tucked into your suitcase to give you real-time updates on where it is. That means no more helplessly refreshing the airline app, waiting for vague status updates. Travelers have even used trackers to prove airlines wrong when they claimed a bag was lost. For just a small investment, you gain peace of mind and control, 2 things worth far more than the cost of the device. Tip 5. Don't check your bag too early. Many travelers think it's smart to arrive super early and check their bag right away. But the truth is, the longer your bag sits in storage before a flight, the greater the chance of mishandling or theft. Bags left for hours can be moved between different holding areas, giving more opportunities for something to go wrong. The sweet spot? Check your luggage about 60 to 90 minutes before departure. That's enough time for it to make it through the system without being rushed, but not so early that it sits unattended for hours. It's a small adjustment that lowers risk in a big way. Tip 4. Avoid fragile or priority labels. It's tempting to think a fragile or priority tag will mean better treatment for your luggage, but in reality, those labels act like magnets. To a thief, fragile often signals that the bag contains electronics or other expensive items. Priority means your suitcase might come out earlier on the belt, making it easier for someone to grab and walk away before you even get there. The smarter move? Keep your bag ordinary. Let it blend in with the crowd instead of standing out. Tip 3. Change the default lock code. This next one may sound simple, but it's shocking how many people forget it. Most luggage locks come with a factory setting like 000 or 1234. Thieves know this, and it takes them seconds to test. Always change the code before you travel and avoid obvious patterns like birthdays or repeating numbers. Your lock doesn't need to be unbreakable. It just needs to be a barrier that slows someone down. A custom code means your bag isn't the easy target on the carousel. Tip 2. Never leave bags unattended. Now let's talk about baggage claim. This is where many travelers relax too soon. You see your suitcase on the belt, but maybe you're distracted checking your phone, waiting in line for coffee, or even stepping away for just a moment. That's all it takes for someone to pick it up and walk off. Thieves count on that moment of inattention. So here's the rule. Never let your bag out of sight. Stand close to the carousel, stay alert, and grab your suitcase as soon as it appears. Treat this moment with the same awareness you had at check-in. Tip 1. Travel insurance. =, your safety net. And finally, the most important safeguard of all, travel insurance. Because even if you do everything right, there are still risks you can't control. Airlines lose bags, flights get delayed, suitcases get damaged, or in the worst-case scenario, a thief still manages to succeed. But with the right insurance policy, you're covered. lost, delayed, or stolen luggage won't ruin your trip or drain your wallet. Instead, you'll get reimbursed quickly, and you'll have the support you need to keep moving forward. Think of it as your backup plan, the safety net that catches you when all else fails. The moment you land should be the safest part of your journey, and it can be if you stay alert, keep your bag low profile, lock it smart, guard it closely, and insure it properly. With these steps, you finish your trip the same way you started it, confident, prepared, and in control. Your luggage carries more than clothes. It carries your peace of mind. With these 15 hacks, you'll travel smarter and safer. Which one will you use first? Comment below with your best luggage hack. And if you want more tips airlines don't tell you, hit subscribe. Safe travels.